Welcome back to Shadowgate. So we left off after talking to Jair, and we got some stuff to collect. Scroll and an orb. A clear orb has a silver sheen about it. It is relatively light and vibrates with a dormant, expectant power. Well, we want that. We also got some mushrooms in the last episode, right? So let's read this scroll. Carefully unroll the scroll. You read the words on the scroll aloud. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access, the bladed sun. The silver orb to banish below. The staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden thorn. The last to invoke, the platinum horn. That's going to be an important clue. This orb. Remember, it has lots of like interesting text when you try to interact with it. The pain you experience is nothing compared to the embarrassment when you notice the orb is undamaged. Can we speak to it? This is not a magic 8-ball. You run your fingers across the surface, searching for a way to open it. Nothing. Let's try using our torch. I remember there are like some interesting items you can use that aren't effective, but they have some dialogue. Okay, so I know what to do with that. Nothing else here. So let's get on and move on. Exit, please. Back in the reservoir. I don't think these do anything. Can you open them? No. So what about this? Is this an opening? Can we go? Try to squeeze your body through the bars after a moment you give up. Was there a decaying smell? We can't use our metal bar again, can we? No. So what about this? Is this loose? Tiny scurrying sounds can be heard coming from beyond these stages. Okay, so I know one thing we can do, so let's head over there. Seems relevant to mention this now that I am expecting to run out of turns on my first go. Like in the last episode, we already got a Talamar warning, and we're still in the first half of the game. It's not a big deal, though, to have to retrace your steps after you start over. Teeth chattering, you stand within the cold cellar, hugging for warmth. So yes, so I can do something with this guy. Yeah, like I said, it's not a big deal to start over and retrace your steps. And once you do redo your progress, it's like you can just make a permanent save at that point. It's like you were probably maximally efficient on your run back, so you can just like bank that progress in case you have to start over again. That's why you don't see me like fussing about like wasting turns, experimenting with stuff, or making rolling saves or any of that stuff. No, my philosophy is don't fuss about it. It's more fun that way, and it'll all work out anyway. Okay, so let's use our magic orb here on the elemental. Taking the silver orb from your satchel, you advance upon the ice elemental. You can barely hold on as a power from within. The orb launches onto the singularity and pulls it inside. A frosty pattern immediately encases the orb. So it's like those traps in Ghostbusters. I don't know why they keep reminding me of Ghostbusters. A layer of frost coats the orb, forcing you to use your cloak to hold the artifact. The essence of an ice elemental is inside. Yeah, that's cool. How would you like to have one of these? Can we like rubber hands around it? Yes, you rub your fingers across the surface. Search for it to open. I think. Maybe this is what I was remembering. Hang on tight! Like little goldfish. That's awesome. Okay, so that's how you interact with the spirits. And you probably remember somewhere where we could use ice. Here we go. In a large cavern. This should have a hotkey, I think. Where is... let's just give it a permanent... let's give it... let's give it 5. Yeah, okay. As you release the ice elemental, you fumble with the silver orb. Whoa, hang on. Dropping in the lake. Immediately the still water freezes into a solid sheet of ice. Excellent work. Well, we dropped our orb though. The water's a sheet of ice. You can see the outline of your magical orb, frozen just below the surface. So those elementals, when you use them, they will return back to where they were if you want to use them again on something else. Alright, let's go over to it. Is it a fossilized angel? No. You make your way across the slippery ice towards the chained skeleton. The skeletal remains of some unfortunate soul are chained securely to this rock. Got a key here. What do you think about that one, Yorick? Got a bandana. Can we wear it? Can we just take it then? We got some text here. Even though you cannot read the inscription, you understand its intent to warn others away. Now, how did the bandana remain undecayed while the rest of his body is naked? Or maybe he was naked then, I guess. So take the skeleton key. Is it actually called a skeleton's key? Wait, is it a skeleton key or a skeleton's key? I have to write this down. Skeleton key. So we have 2 unused keys at this point. Oops. Oh, it is wearable. We can't, like, burn it like Rambo. Wear it, please. That does not seem wise. I guess that's it. So we can free him. A manacle. Can we take it? I don't think there's anything here. Not sure what to do with these inscriptions that we see. There's no, like, translation spell that I found. Okay. So, this is our latest key item. And we were kind of stuck before, so this better be the solution to where we go next. Let's get our... It's not going to let us just pull it out, right? I think we have to cut it out. Can't take the lake. Well, what about... Let's use our trusty dirk. Attempting to get the orb, you hack away with the dirk, but the ice is too thick. You succeed in only doubling the blade and covering your arms with bits of ice. Trusty hammer! Boom! Unfortunately, the hard surface remains unfazed. What about our torch? The heat from the lit torch melts the ice, freeing it. The ancient artifact rises to the surface of the frozen lake. How does that work? You know, I happen to have once met Lakmir. Fine fellow, nice hat. I think he has his own tower, actually. So let's take our orb back. Now is the lake going to return to normal? I don't suppose we can burn the lake, right? No, it's a bit of the surface ice, but no more. As long as we're here, let's grab the water elemental. I forgot to use the torch on the ice elemental when he was inside the orb. I wonder if that does anything. Alright, so that was hotkey 5. What? Oh, every time we drop it, it's gonna lose the hotkey. Oh well, that's fine. You slowly remove the silver orb and hold it out in front of you. Power from within immediately pulls the entity inside. Beads of water form on the surface of the orb. So are these elementals like Lakmir's pets or something? Like, did they obey him? It's so slippery it is difficult to hold. The essence of the water elementals inside. Huh? Keep it down in there. Alright, what about our torch? Use that. Whoa, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. Huh, I never knew that. I thought we'd just get some interesting text here. Okay. Good enough. Let's use the key on the Hall of Mirrors. So I guess we have to remove the skulls to do that? Oh, we also have this thing that we haven't used. And we could try to find a use for this orb. Okay, so let's go to the gears. Yes, going back to the gears once more. Just one quick check, let's see. Use our trusty lever here. What is this actually called? Just a bar? Whoa. So I'm expecting this is the last banshee warning we'll get. Okay. Faulty gear. Oh, see, the gear was working fine before. As the apparition of the banshee flashes before your eyes, another fit of coughing racks your feverish body. This really can't be good. That can't be good. The banshee's curse is getting worse and worse. You must find a cure. I don't know, does that sound like the final warning, or do you think there's one more? I think maybe there is one more. So, this... Let's get out of here. Oh, our vision is... Oh, it's coming back. A few moments, the dizzy spell passes. As your senses return, you realize that if you don't find the cure soon, then your adventures will end here. Okay, so that does sound like the final warning. Okay. Now, what was the... So, will that change the... So the sewers was this combination. Now this is not going to work anymore, right? Yes. Okay, so... Let's give this a hotkey. And we can put this here, I think. No? Huh. Alright. Let's empty the sewers in case it fills back up. I think actually the second combination that we had was the thing that returns the water. Alright, so now we have to remove the skulls. We want to use the Hall of Mirrors. Use our dirk, maybe. Both the dirk and the spear works. That's fine with me. Where are those skulls are from? Like one skull we found with one of these bodies, and another skull. Where was the first skull from? I think that was from the crypt. It seems unlikely that these skulls are the Circle of 12, because why would the Circle of 12 be in the crypt? It was a very old crypt. Reverent air to this place. Nice building music here. Okay. We've got the skeleton key. Skeleton keys are supposed to open everything, right? Aha! The door unlocks with a click of the tumblers. Nice. A wave of heat slams into you, making your eyes water. Okay. Well, we got a water elemental to keep us cool. Ooh. Wave of heat washes over you as you move into the next room. An intense heat, surely from the unearthly fire before you, fills the room. Quickly becomes unbearable. You make a hasty retreat for the door behind you. That's interesting. I thought the ice elemental would help. Oh, maybe. Oh, this is the water. So maybe we don't actually need the water elemental right now. Maybe we need to get the ice one again. I'm kind of tempted to use the water elemental on that brazier. Are we dead now? As if to mock you, the banshee appears again in your fevered imaginings. Man, imagine being like this sick and you stagger about for a moment before you master the pain. Ooh, good. This is becoming critical! If you don't find an antidote soon, you'll be history. Okay. Let's release the water elemental. Wait, what happens if we release the water elemental next to the ice elemental? Does that do anything? Play now. Now you two play nice. No? Okay. I command you. I like how this description, it makes it seem like it was sort of like a struggle to get him in the orb, but the water elemental, it was just like he was drawn into you like by your command or something. So what happens when we oh, he doesn't like that either. Your fingers numb, you raise the orb above your head. The blast of chilled air, the ice. This is like a generic release message. Come on, let's go. Come on, Frosty. Okay, now let's keep us cool, right? Wave of heat. An intense heat. What? Really? Interesting. Okay. I don't think I have a way to make myself cooler. This is for mixing. This is for something metal in front of you. This is for that hatch, the stone hatch. This clue is for much later. No. We have a gear. Alright, so this was a new key item, but we can't... We need to do something else first. We also have this as a new key item. And a gear. As well as the bar. Like this water thing. What happens if we use the ice elemental on our... No. Alright, let's try using the water elemental on the brazier, I guess. Brazier? I don't know. Alright, come on, baby. Immediately pulls it inside. Beads of water. Our vial still, okay, yeah. Okay. So maybe with the vial and the water elemental combined, we can do something. Is he gonna shoot at us? Twang! With a shout! Dang. Completely unnecessary. Although if I was in this crazy adventure, I might do a little shout as well. He's fine. He's been screaming every time we came in here. I think he's fine. Okay, so use the water elemental on this thing. Yes! It trails a spray of water. Quickly extinguishes the flame of the brazier. Okay. A wide bowl mounted on a hook drive, and this is made out of a hook on the bottom. Can we take it? So let's use our hammer. Hammer time. There we go. Swing the hammer at the brazier. The bowl parts from the legs with a loud clang. Now look at what we got here. Kind of iron hook. Got the hook. And metal bowl. Not sure if I remember what this bowl is for. This hook, though, obviously is pretty useful. I don't think anything would use the bowl right now. So we've used the ice elemental and the water elemental, though we might need them again. Apparently you don't need the vial for this puzzle. These things, these mushrooms, you can eat, but I think they have a different purpose. Don't want to waste them. We never use these dice. Can we play Yahtzee? No. Huh, so we need to get through that that heated room. Huh, I feel like there should be some sort of like spell maybe that could get us through that, 'cause like it doesn't seem like you could wear anything. Oh, maybe you could wear a frozen cloak. Dice elemental, maybe? I don't know. All these other things aren't going to keep us cool. What about this thing? Can we use our hook? Let's give this a hotkey, actually. So 5, this will be 6. Use the hook on a bunch of things. No. Can we use our hook on these? No. Let's try the ice elemental, I guess. With a shout. Okay. You do that, man. Pausing for the quiet music. Ice elemental. Now, can we use this on our cloak? No. Oh, can we use it on ourselves? That's what we want to do. That's probably it. Let's just try it here in case if it doesn't work. You give the cold surface a quick polish with some spit and a buff of your sleeve. Nice. But that's not what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. An intense wave of pain explodes from your abdomen and distorts your vision. Falling to your knees, you retch uncontrollably. Specks of blood stain the ground. You are definitely in trouble, and if an antidote is not found soon, this may very well spell the end of your adventures. Go to the orb. I can't wear the orb, can I? What about our shield? Can we make like a frosty shield here? No. Ice shield. Apparently the elemental hasn't played Final Fantasy IV. Okay. It does feel like the ice elemental is the key to that room, right? Not missing something here. I could try using the elemental on like the bowl or something, but I doubt that would work. What happens if we hammer the orb? Whoa. Well, our orb is okay, but what about us? No. That doesn't sound good. Series of convulsions rack your entire body, driving you to your knees. You gasp for breath as your throat constricts, and the darkness closes in. Oh my god. Finally you fall to the ground, twitching, consumed by the curse of the banshee. Look away. You don't want to look at that sight.
That your adventures have
okay, so we're out of time. I'll run back and get us back to where we were. Okay, back in action. So I have in my inventory the water elemental. I realize I haven't tried using the elemental on this doorway from the outside. Let's try that. Use the silver orb. No, it did not work. We could try the ice elemental as well. What exactly is the text again? Tense heat. Can I open my... I can't open my pack here. Okay, so another idea I had, besides ice elemental, was the rushing water. So maybe you can like divert the water into this room. Like maybe that's actually what the second combination was. So I noticed that I think if you put in any combination, we have to do the skulls first, then your previous combination's undone. So like if you do the sewers, then the waterfall returns to normal. So like maybe that second combination actually does do something other than reset the waterfall. Put those back. Alright, second combination. I guess we have to put the thing back as well. Put the gear back. So this one down all the way, and then one more down. The rumble of rushing water. What was that text again exactly? Rattle of chains. So was there chains in that room maybe? Let's get our gear. No, we have to get the skulls. We haven't tried using the bar on the other gears. Well, I don't think any other ones said they were loose. So okay, that did not do anything. Okay. I don't know where else that second combination would be having an effect. Let's try the ice elemental real quick. There isn't anything to use the froster glasses. Also thought maybe about trying these mirrors again. So we can't enter the room, we have to use it from the outside. Fingers raised. Disappearing from sight. Great. Can we take the jagged? No? What if we pry it out with our lever here? No. It's a dusty mirror. What about our broom? But wrong. Use it on the mirror. No. This one says something's pushing from the other side. Is he just describing the distortion, or is there actually like something we can do here? Excuse me for 1 second. Okay, so I think we need to do some basic sleuthing here. We don't know what the second lever combination does, and also we could just go through the rooms looking for that and like check we didn't miss anything in the corner or something. Did we ever try using the orb on these mirrors? No. As long as we're going to go through all the rooms again, let's put on our glasses. Maybe there's some lens of truth shenanigans going on here. Shut up, I think it's going to work. Another idea I had, there's nothing in these corners, is there? No, another idea I had is about the second skull. We don't know what that second skull does. Huh. I don't think we looked at these before. Lined in fabric. Not anything in, like... No. I was wondering if there was like a path, like a door behind the other door. Okay. Yeah, so the second skull, we don't know what that does yet. It said it like brings power further into the castle. And that second skull was inside the waterfall, right? That was one of the lever locations. Now, did the waterfall change after we did the levers? Doesn't look like so. Whereas the other lever location was the sewers. That was a fruitful, like we made use of that. We got the orb, which gave us the ice elemental, which gave us the skeleton key, which gave us the fiery room. But the second skull hasn't given us anything yet. Well, as long as we're here, let's take him. Nothing over here, is there? A large crevasse. Can you go into the river? I better save before I do this. You immediately sink like a stone, the weight of your armor making it impossible to remain afloat. After a brief time of thrashing about, you give up your last breath and drown. Huh.
'Tis a sad thing that your adventures have ended.
Yeah, I think you're mocking me here. Okay, so let's try putting the second skull in its place, but without the first skull. Maybe that'll... Like, maybe the first skull controls the force field, but the second skull does something near the fiery room. Okay. Now, I remember that these skulls... There's symbols on these, aren't there? Or different symbols. Not carved. Okay, so I remember that there's only one spot to put the skulls. So that was the second skull. Now, did that create the force field? Actually, did it? It did not activate this, though. That's interesting. I wonder if the levers have power. Ah. So the second skull alone will not create a force field. You know what I see? I see sparkly things. We'll investigate this in the next episode. Faint warping effect moves across the surface. Strange, the mirror warps a bit as if magic is at work here. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now.